So yesterday they had the Xbox slash Microsoft Developer Direct, where they did that last year, and that's when we found out about like Hi-Fi Rush and all those other games. But unfortunately, there was no surprise drop. So I felt like once again, Hi-Fi Rush setting the bar too high. But the games they did talk about, it was like from what I'm interested in at the very least, you had Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice Part 2, which I know is going to be a sequel to like a couple years ago, but I'm excited for that. I played the first game. I really enjoyed it. That being said, there's some other games that came out. They're going to talk about Avowed, which looks okay. I'm not super hyped on it, but I might check it out. I do think Obsidian makes quality games. But the crux of this video is about Bethesda, because of course it is. Specifically, the new Indiana Jones game, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which is being done by Machine Head Games. Hi, this is editor to me. You can tell because I have headphones on. I'm a big dumbass, and I kept saying Machine Head, but it's Machine Games. It's Machine Games. It's not Machine Head. Be a cool game company name, not their name. So sorry. Maybe next time I will do better, but probably not. But that's just me. This is editing me telling you who's watching this video, who's subscribing to this video and sharing and liking this stuff, that perfect people sometimes aren't perfect all the time, but we try. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, Machine Head Games did Wolfenstein. Really, really good first-person shooters. And so now they're doing Indiana Jones. And now, listen, a lot of people are actually excited for this. But this is the internet, baby. You guys don't want positivity. So you want the negatives, and I got you. We gotta feed the algorithm, right? A lot of people are mad that this game is in first person. Like, a lot of people. Like, way more people than you would actually think would be upset that a studio that does first person games is doing a first person game. And one of the threads I stumbled upon, we're talking about like how gamers will complain about we get the same shit all the time, which, you know, we do love to complain. And then when we get something different, it's like, why isn't this like the other thing? Like this exchange that you're probably seeing right now, where the guy's talking about like, well, people just wanted to be like Lara Croft and Uncharted because, you know, those are successful and those are considered ripoffs of, you know, Indiana Jones. And then the guy's like, so you want a ripoff of a ripoff of ripoff. And I find that to be hilarious because that seems to be what everyone's take is. That, yeah, they wanted to be Uncharted or like Lara Croft, which in fact were games essentially based on Indiana Jones, like especially Uncharted. But Machine Head Games decided to go a different route, which is let's make it first person. And people haven't even played the game yet, and they're talking about how it's an L, it's a bad idea, it's a bad take, it's a bad move, it's this, it's that. And my whole thing is, why do we want it to be like Uncharted? Why do we want it to be like Lara Croft? Just play Uncharted or just play Lara Croft. Like, if you want it to be like those games and those games exist, play the existing games. Let's have something different. Like, I'm not even a huge Indiana Jones fan in that sense, right? Like, I don't really watch every single film. Okay, truthfully, I just haven't watched the last one. But like, I'm not a major Indiana fan, but like, I would be excited to get something that's different. A lot of the times we're fed the same shit over and over and over and over and over. Anytime we get something that's even slightly different, we have such a huge negative reaction. But then after time goes by, people are like, oh man, you know what? That was actually pretty good. Look at God of War. Everyone was used to being a hack and slash. And then when the new God of War came out, and they're like, oh, what is this over the shoulder? Now people are calling it one of the best games ever made. One of the best duologies ever, I would say. Really good character development, good action, great cinematography. But people were originally upset that it was no longer a third person hack and slash action adventure type game. So I'm like, there is a formula. There is a precedence to changing things up for the better, but you have to give it the opportunity. Again, there are other Indiana Jones games you can play. There are other Indiana Jones clones you can play. Uncharted and Tomb Raider being the two biggest ones. But to expect now in 2024 that experience again with just Indiana Jones, you know what would happen if they've done that? They would have literally called it an Uncharted clone. They would have compared everything about that game to Uncharted because Uncharted is Indiana Jones if you didn't have the rights to it. If you squint real hard, it's Indiana Jones, right? So they were just being compared to something that knocked off of them that became successful. So why not create your own lane? Like I commend them for that. But that's just me. I like different experiences gaming. So I play Persona 5. It's a turn-based game. I also play Persona 5 Strikers, which is a Dynasty Warriors S-type game. Both were great. Different types of game. Both were great. So it's possible, but you guys got to give it a chance. But holy shit, I did not think this had such a reaction. I didn't think it was going to elicit such a strong reaction. Also, I'd be remiss to not mention that, of course, there's the obligatory, there's a female character in this, and they're a strong character, and she has a modern haircut, and that's gone too far and being too woke. In fact, if I find it, I'll post it here, but this is a true thing that happened. I was on Twitter last night, and this person was talking about how Indiana Jones and that the trailer that the woman is being snarky to Indiana Jones and she has the modern woman haircut, as if women in the Indiana Jones series never sass Indy to his face. Like, tell me you've never watched the series, or tell me you've never watched the series. I just love how mad they get about stuff that's already pre-existing. And also, like, it's a character moment. Who cares? Oh my God, a woman talking to a man and she's not begging for his approval? Stop the process. Anyways, that was the video, so you guys can leave now.